Brought to you by the Capital One Savor Card. With Savor, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores. That's unlimited cash back on ordering takeout from home, or unlimited cash back on tickets to concerts and games. So grab a bite, grab a seat, and earn unlimited 3% cash back with the Savor Card. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. This message is brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. Venture X offers the premium benefits you expect, like a $300 annual Capital One travel credit for less than you expect. Elevate your earn with unlimited double miles on every purchase, bringing you one step closer to your next dream destination. Plus, enjoy access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. The Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Copy, paste, delete. Hi, everyone. I'm Anita Joyce here with Kelly Wilkness, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks. Today, we're talking about why copy and paste design never works. You know, a room can be beautiful online and still be completely wrong for your home.
Yeah, we are talking about why copy-paste design never works. And if you're wondering what is copy and paste design, well, you know when you copy and paste something, you're taking it from one place and you're putting it into another. So if you see things out in the wild or online that you just love, of this whole room, I want this, and you go and buy these pieces that you saw and you stick them into your house, it's more than likely not going to work. It is not going to translate from what you saw to what you wanted in your own home, because there are so many factors that go into creating these spaces that you're really drawn to. You have to examine what that is. You can't just copy and paste somebody else's style or somebody else's room or somebody else's entire home and then drop it into yours and expect to have the same feeling about it.
Well, you mean I cannot have a Swiss chalet here in Texas?
No, you can't, little Swiss miss. You cannot. You can, but I don't think you're going to get that Swiss vibe that you want. I mean, Of course you could do it. I mean, I can imagine. You mean you could Swiss up the outside of your house with some trim and whatnot?
Actually, I've seen it out here, and it's
Have
not
you?
good. It's not good.
It doesn't make sense, right?
It doesn't, no.
So today we're diving into why inspiration isn't the same as imitation, the biggest mistakes people make when they're copying a look, and how to create a home that feels personal, elevated, and actually works for your life. Let's start with the internet. So many good things about it. I mean, really, pretty fabulous. I mean, obviously some dark sides. We don't go there here on Decorating Tips and Tricks, but for the most part, used well and sensibly by good people, it's a great, great thing. But the internet has made us think that good design is reproducible.
Yeah.
It's not reproducible.
But I think that's a common thought.
Mm-hmm.
People see something they like and they say, I want my home to look like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just kind of make a list of everything in that room and they go buy it for their house. And I think a lot of people starting out do approach things that way. I want that look. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what else
Mm-hmm.
can you do? You make a list of everything and you go buy it. You put it in your house and then doesn't quite look the same.
No, it doesn't, because what you're drawn to is really a feeling and a vibe that this room is putting off or this home is putting off. And that's so much more than just all these individual pieces. But all is not lost. We're going to tell you how you can really make it work anyway. Don't be sad. Just don't copy and paste.
Right. Well, another reason it doesn't work is because a great room works because of context, kind of what you're talking about. So, for example, maybe a Parisian loft. I mean, it's got all this amazing architectural detail in the room and very high ceilings and these tall windows that look out over Paris. So if you don't have that, you can copy the chaise lounge that you saw and maybe the sofa, but it's just not going.
And when you're buying it, do say, I'm looking for a chaise lounge. Don't say chase lounge. And then maybe you'll get closer, but still not exactly.
No, not quite that. And the lighting too. You know, you might have seen a color online on Pinterest. And I mean, we've seen this all the time, Kelly. We see a color, it looks great. You get the sample, you put it in your house and you're thinking, okay, that doesn't even look anywhere close to what I saw online. Right. So you do need to take into account the context of the room. What about the scale? We kind of hinted at that earlier. Maybe the room has very high ceilings, or maybe it's a very expansive room. You can't just pull those pieces out of context and put it in a small apartment. So, you know, the room is going to be very different. And if you're looking at one of these high-end magazines, the rooms have amazing details and very expensive moldings often and expansive windows. And, you know, if you don't have that in your room, it's just not going to be the same.
And if you're looking at magazines or decor books or even some really well-produced YouTube channels, TikToks, or even some reels, these people have a lot of help. There's good lighting. They know exactly what time of day to be taking these videos. So you're not seeing what's going on behind the scenes to make the vibe of that room come through. So it might be something that you cannot possibly replicate, because you're not going to have a room with special lighting and reflectors and whatnot set up all the time. So you have to take it for what it is. It's inspiration. And you cannot just translate inspiration. Inspiration is a jumping off point. And you won't be copying the conditions because you won't be able to. So you can't copy the conditions that make that room work. You're only copying the contents. And that's not the same thing. And so it's not going to translate. Hey, everybody, it's Kelly. For the past several months, I've been working on a new way to help you design a home you truly love. I know the value of living in such a home, and I want the same for all of you. And with this in mind, I created Home Design Coach. Home Design Coach is an interior design coaching app made by me, powered with AI. So you get all of my interior design advice, tips, suggestions, analysis, and feedback on your phone or desktop. Through Home Design Coach, I guide you step by step to design a home you truly love. Each week, you're going to complete interactive lessons, hands-on design challenges, and personalized activities. The app adapts to your needs, tracks your progress, and you get expert feedback tailored to your space, goals, and budget. Unlike static interior design courses, each lesson, project, tip, and more will be personalized to you. So join me today on Home Design Coach. Go to studio.com/Kelly, and I cannot wait to get started with you on the Home Design Coach.
You know, I think one of the most difficult things to work with is when you're looking at a look in a magazine and they have these gorgeous hardwood floors and you're dealing with a room that has wall-to-wall carpet. It's not going to have the same feel. It's just not. So, I mean, I think that's the one I see the most often that's just not going to look the same.
Oh, yeah. The flooring is going to make a tremendous difference. Or the size of the windows, the natural lighting. I mean, we could go on and on. You understand what we're saying. Your conditions are not going to be the same. So just buying the individual pieces and plopping them down in a copy and paste sort of way is not going to work. And it also ignores the way you actually live. As I just mentioned, these are theatrical, orchestrated videos or even stills. That is not the way anybody's really living. I mean, we know, even doing our blogs, like, oh, we're just two, ladies doing this sort of thing. No way, dude. Like, we were getting the lighting right. We knew what time of day to take the photo. We knew what window to have behind you or in front of you. And you didn't know, like, somebody's kid was, like, homesick from school, like on the couch behind where the photo is being taken. Like, there's all things that we weren't lying to anybody. We were in our houses taking these great photos, but it didn't just be like, oh, I'm just happening to passing through. Snap. No, that's not the way it went.
You bring up another excellent point, is that the photos you see online are mostly taken by professional photographers. And then when you take a picture of your room, it's just not going to look as good unless you're a professional. They've staged it. They've added flowers. They've fluffed the pillows. They've checked everything. They probably had a professional stylist come in and set it all up. So that's what you're going against. And so it's very hard to have the same look. And you're right. Professional photographers know all about lighting. And if you're just walking in the room taking the picture, it's just not going to look as good. And so, we just don't want you to feel disappointed when things don't feel the same as in these beautiful photos you see.
Right. And the upside is you're here with us and we're teaching you how to decorate and design your home for you. And today we're just setting up this big flag, this big cautionary tale, not to try to copy and paste. Copy and paste 99% of the time ignores how anybody really lives, but certainly how you really live. It's going to prioritize the look over the life. And so that's why it's okay to love the look and be inspired by the look. That is fine. That will help you know the vibe and the feel that you want, but it's not going to translate piece by piece, right? So you see what we're saying here. So it's going to ignore the life that's happening inside your home. And you know what? A room, no matter how many beautiful pieces it has in it, if it doesn't function for you, it's never going to feel right. Right. So if you have kids and pets, a house that doubles as an office, a tiny entryway, you're not going to be able to stuff a pedestal table with a giant floral arrangement. I'm talking about what I would really like to do here into that entryway. Right? You can't.
I don't even have one. I mean, it's a mud room. So
right. So like the real life friction points are going to be accentuated if you try to copy and paste somebody else's design, right? The problems with your space are going to become more apparent because you're not designing to solve for them. You're just trying to squish something else in there, copy and paste it from somewhere else and make it work. Not going to do it. Want to launch your business idea, but you're feeling a little overwhelmed, so you keep coming up with excuses? Well, I'm going to remove all those excuses today by introducing you to Shopify. Shopify makes it easy for you as the shop owner and easy for your customers. And because Shopify handles the setup and checkout, you have more time to focus on the creative aspects of your business and your growth. Shopify is where you go to start your business with everything you need already there from day one. Set it up on Shopify. Anita and I did, and we could not have been happier. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses like yours that are just getting started. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business, so go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/DTT. That's shopify.com/DTT. Shopify.com/DTT. Whether I'm sporting my Tillies or my Esmes, I love my Warby Parker sunglasses. But Warby Parker isn't just about sunglasses. They are a total eye care operation. Eye exams, glasses, contacts, sunglasses. You can actually go into one of their stores and get an eye exam right there. So you don't have to piece it together anymore. And they have over 300 retail locations across the USA. Everything is super clean, modern, and honestly feels more like a wellness experience than a typical eye doctor visit. And Warby Parker is covered by many major insurance plans. And even if you're not in network, you can still use their out-of-network benefits. Warby Parker's prescription glasses start at only $95, so you can actually get quality and stylish frames at an affordable price. Maybe the best part of Warby Parker is for every pair they sell, they also give a pair to someone in need. Warby Parker has distributed over 20 million pairs of glasses to people in need through its Buy a Pair, Give a Pair program. Right now, buy one pair of glasses and get 20% off any additional pairs at warbyparker.com/DTT. That's 20% off any additional pairs when you purchase one pair at Warby Parker. That's WARBY Parker.com/DTT.
I think where we see this the most is with trends. So maybe it's lime washed walls or maybe some fluted wood panels, maybe some checkerboard tile. You know, you see it online, it's hot, it's trendy, and you're thinking, I want to be on trend. I want to be cool. I want to add this to my house. And you do, and it just doesn't work. So like, you know, lime washed walls are not going to work well with mid-century modern furniture. It's kind of an antiqued look. And so I think it goes better with some traditional furniture, or maybe certain contemporary pieces, but you have to be very careful about what you already have in your house. Is it going to work together? So really, we're trying to move you away from trends and to things that are really more specific for your character, your home, and your style. So maybe the trend's cool, but it's just not going to work for you. So we really need to be realistic and honest with ourselves, and don't just try to grab something and, like we said, cut and paste it. Really think about, is this going to work with what's already in the room, with the house that you are living in, and the lifestyle that you are living?
The lime wash, it is so prevalent, and people are slapping that up, and you have to be really good installing that for it to look good anyway. So that aside, but I'm working with some clients right now who are buying this absolutely stunning 1913 early California sort of Spanish home. And I would love to do lime wash in the interior, and it would work in a house like that. It has this whole Santa Barbara vibe going on, kind of like Santa Barbara Mission style, and a lot of authentic detailing. But I'm hesitant to do it because I don't want to be so on trend. So even in a spot where it would really work and feel authentic, I'm like, I don't know. I think we got to do something else. Maybe let that trend, sort of tamp down, and then we can try it again in a couple of years. But you really have to tread carefully with these trends, because when they're copied, and they're copied too literally without taking into consideration the space, that's what's going to date your house the fastest. And it feels borrowed. It doesn't feel, I don't know, it's kind of up there with Journey, you guys, but it doesn't feel authentic. So you want it to be authentic.
Is this going to be a banned word at some point?
I know you're going to, that crush that I shared, the Bill
I
Nye
listened.
podcast.
It's good. Yeah.
Isn't it
and he
fun?
was talking about the banned words, and I thought, well, maybe we should have some banned words.
I know. I love the banned words. And I'm sure Journey's on there, but I'm tempted to just message him on Instagram and say, if Journey's not on there, please. Authentic, I think, was on there recently. But yes, words you do have to use occasionally, but it's true. It will not feel authentic. It will feel borrowed, and it won't feel authentic to not only your home and your architecture, it won't feel authentic to you. So the real goal is not to replicate, it's to translate. So out with the copy and pasting and into the translation. That's where you're going to get some really good design going on, because you are going to see something, you're going to be inspired by it, and that's good. And you're going to start thinking about, how can I translate this into my life, my home, and my preferences, right? So a lot of people don't even like the trends. They just feel like they need to, you can't like every trend, right? But some people just feel like they have to be on the trend hamster wheel. This mindset shift changes everything. So it's not replication. I'm repeating myself. It is not replication. It is translation. This is why Anita and I pore over interior magazines and decor books.
We just do it for you, just for you.
Well, for you, but we do it for us. This is how how we've learned. And we're good at this. So ask any of our consult clients. We are good at this, right? To that point we were talking about, we can see it, which is very helpful, but we pore over it. We study it. We just don't say, oh yeah, okay, I want to take that out of this book and plop it into my house. No, you're looking, and that's why we love the still images for ourselves on Instagram. I'm not a real fan. We like to use those. We prefer, and we ask for those when we do consults. People always want to send us videos, but that's not the way we work. We want to really look at all the details and see where we can give you the advice to make the best changes.
But think about it. If you're watching a movie and you stop it and they showed a dresser and you're past it, well, what color was it? How many drawers were there? How tall was it? What was on it? Well, I can't remember. It's not my house. So that's kind of what we're talking about.
Right. So we want to study and examine and absorb the spaces, whether it's in a magazine or it's a consult image that's been sent to us or a great design book. So we want to absorb all this so we can then translate what we love into our own homes. I mean, Anita, I think you would agree with me. How many times have you seen something like that? If you just glanced at an image, you might not even notice it, but because you take the time to really look and you see how that thing or a thing like it is working in the room, and you think, that's what's doing that in that space. What could I do in my space to create that same feeling?
Yeah, you need to really think about what's working, about what you're seeing there, and you're going to be looking for that if you want to look for something similar, but also think about, is that going to work in my room?
Right, because you're not really reacting to an exact piece of furniture or exact piece of decor. You're reacting in these images to the feeling. That's what they want you to react to, because that is a lot more powerful than saying, I want a white slip covered sofa. I mean, maybe you do, but that's a separate thing. When you're seeing these whole rooms that you just want to, I just want to copy and paste that and plop it into my house. That is the feeling that is speaking to you, not necessarily the individual items. Comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. That's why I love the Quince Summer Edit. The Quince Summer Edit is filled with pieces you will want to wear every day and you can take from day to night. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They work directly with ethical factories and cut out the middleman, so you're paying for exceptional quality, not brand markup. And it's not just apparel. Quince offers elevated essentials for your home, from bedding and bath to kitchen essentials and furniture. And did you know that Quince also offers jewelry? I absolutely love the freshwater cultured pearl toggle necklace. It is the right mix of classic and fresh, and you can dress it up or dress it down. It'll be the piece you want to put on every day. We love absolutely everything about Quince, from the rugs under our feet to the clothes on our back. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier and better. Go to quince.com/DTT for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada as well. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good night's sleep.
As we're looking at these cut and paste rooms, often they can look very perfect. If you try to take that perfection and put it in your house, it often can feel soulless. And we talk about this a lot, adding personality to your room. You want it to have your personality. But if you're cutting and pasting, it's not going to be your personality. It's going to be somebody else's. So you want your home to feel alive with your personality. Add some collected pieces that are meaningful to you. And for the artwork, don't just copy something you've seen online. Get something that you love, maybe from a special artist. A one-of-a-kind is always wonderful. And books, get some books that are meaningful to you. These give the room a personality and a feeling. What about your finds from your travels? Those are good to display. Not snow globes, but something else that's maybe meaningful.
That could be in your Alpine Swiss chalet.
Oh.
A few snow globes could be.
Yeah, there you go. And maybe some inherited furniture, some imperfect pieces in there as well. Maybe something that's kind of chipped, an antique piece that's got some patina to it. I think these imperfections and these personalized pieces really can give a room a feeling of uniqueness and warmth, and make it feel like it has a soul. my soulful home, right?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm all about here, baby. So, okay, we've told you what copy and paste is. We've told you why it doesn't work in various ways. And so now, here is how to use the inspiration you're getting from what you're seeing in the right way, not copy and pasting. So how should you use this inspiration? So a smarter way to use the inspiration that you are literally bombarded with all day long is save patterns, not just random pretty pictures, right? You're going to want to look for the through line. So you're saving images of rooms, either an electronic file, or maybe you're saving them in a tear sheet, actual hard copy file. I like to call this your style file. So if you got a style file, right? So what are you drawn to? Right? What is something that you're seeing repeated in these rooms? Well, then that's something you really like. That is something you can be inspired to incorporate into your home. And you know what? Sorry to say, sometimes that sort of thing isn't going to work. Like if Anita was really inspired by some sort of Swiss chalet look, it might not really work. But you're going to find something that you really like. More than likely, it is going to be something that you could use in some way, shape, or form in your home. So what is the through line that you're seeing when you're collecting these images of not just pretty pictures, but things that are showing you a pattern of what you like, right? Then what I mentioned about what Anita and I do and enjoy doing, it's not work. We love it. Studying these images, studying the books, the decor books, the magazines. Study why a room works. Really look at it. Ask yourself, what's the focal point here? What's balancing this room? Oh, is it high contrast or is it tonal? Is it symmetrical or casual? Is the art leaning or is it very formal and hung on the wall? What materials are repeated? What makes it feel the feeling that I am enjoying? Is it because it looks very luxe? Is it because it looks calm? What is it about this room that I like? And the only way you're going to learn that is to really have a hard look at it, right? And then you always have to consider your home as part of the design equation, right? So you have to adapt what you are inspired by to where you actually live, right? And I suggest that you don't fight it. It's like the front of your hair wants to go to the left or to the right. Don't fight it. Just go with whatever way it wants to go. My part is not a side. It's not a center. It's like some weird thing in between, but that's where it wants to go. And I stopped fighting it for years and years ago. And I'm much happier for it. So don't fight your architecture, right? If you've got a traditional home, lean into that. If you've got a builder grade home, work with its strengths. If you've got open concept, think about flow and how you're going to make your way through. If you've got lower ceilings, focus on proportions and visual openness and hang the draperies high. Do all of that. So don't force a design language on your house that it can't support. So, it's a little reality check there, but you should be able to put at least some of the feeling that you're getting from these aspirational photos and inspirational images that you're seeing into your home. But you do have to take into consideration your actual place that you live in.
Well, that's right. And you really don't want it to look like someone else's life. You don't want it to look like an influencer's house. So really, I hope if you've gotten anything from this episode today, that you're going to focus on making your house feel right for you, your family, how you live now, and what functions best for your family. And it needs to tell your personal story. So, I think that's really more important if you want an authentic look, is that it's telling your story rather than it's copying somebody else's look. And then that's somebody else's look. And I think you're just going to feel even better about your house the more it kind of is unique for you. Mm-hmm. And I know that comes with practice. It comes with experience. So if you're starting out, you might want to get some advice on how to move forward. And you're going to make some mistakes. That's okay. But in the end, I think you're going to end up with something much better than you would have had you just copied what someone else was doing.
Right, because the best homes are not the most copied. They're the most considered. remember that, right? You want to make intentional choices that work for you, the way you live, and for your home. So consider it. Don't copy it.
That's well said.
Oh, thank you. What is your crush?
It's a recipe. I was looking for a dessert that was kind of healthy.
Oh, kind of.
And we were talking about the sugar. Didn't want the sugar in the
oh gosh, I can't, yeah, obviously you couldn't get that out of your head. Yeah. The candy corn nosed scarecrow.
I think that was from the other episode.
Yes.
I don't think that was from this one.
That was before.
Right, but I really try not to eat sugar. So I found this recipe online. It's coconut banana chocolate cookies. So basically, I mean, the reality is you're basically just mashing banana and pressing in some coconut flakes and then shaping them into cookies. And you bake them for a little bit. And then when they come out, you're going to drizzle some chocolate on there. And you can use dark chocolate, which doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. But if you like, you can also use some chocolate chips that are sweetened with stevia or monk fruit or allulose. We find those at various places like Trader Joe's and Costco. So you can actually make these without any sugar at all. And I will include the link to the actual recipe. It was a big thumbs up for me. I thought they were very good. But if you want something really sweet, it's probably not going to work for you.
I don't like really sweet things. And I do love banana and chocolate. So that sounds pretty good to me. Have you been watching Love Story, or did you watch Love Story?
You mean the one from long, long ago? The 70s?
No.
What is that? What?
Honey, are you just been into that barn purging? Come on out, girl.
What is that? What is this you speak of?
John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette-Kennedy's story that has been on Netflix.
Oh, okay. I don't have Netflix anymore, so Oh,
yeah. That's sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably many of you have watched it. It's obviously a horrifically sad story, but it's done really well. There's so much controversy about it. The Kennedy family is not happy about it. Daryl Hannah is not happy about it. There's a lot of things.
Must be good.
There's a lot of people that are not happy about how they're being portrayed, or why they're even being portrayed, or why Ryan Murphy made this. But oh my goodness, I cannot believe how well this was casted. I thought it was very well done. It's very beautiful. We like looking at beautiful things. It's very beautiful. It's devastatingly sad, obviously. I thought the acting was very good, especially I believe her name is Sarah Pidgeon, the woman who plays Carolyn. But for me personally, it is the New York of the early 90s, and that's my downtown New York. And he worked at the DA's office when I worked at the DA's office. And yes, he is a lovely, lovely person and a very, very handsome man. I used to see him in the grand jury often. And he lived a couple of blocks away from where I lived in Tribeca. And they go, to all the places I used to go, or Peter and I used to go to. There's Odeon and Indochine and Bubby's, and Walker's was like our local hamburger joint bar, and they're in there. So it was so much fun for me to watch.
I'll bet.
Yeah. So if you were in New York at that time and you spent any time downtown, you're going to absolutely love it. Like, my girls were like, "You're kidding, you went there?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, of course. I was around the corner." So, for a completely different reason, I've been enjoying it immensely. If you haven't seen it, and if you have Netflix, give it a whirl. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. And remember, we are here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.